Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you guys my Viva la Juicy collection, and I wanted to do this video as kind of a guide to all of them because I know there are quite a few in the collection, and I have all but one minus the Pure Parfum limited editions. So I thought I would just show you guys tell you guys what I think, and then I'm also going to read out the notes, what year they were released, that kind of thing. So think of this as your ultimate guide to Juicy Couture Viva la Juicy, because I think it's just such an iconic fragrance and I adore it. Like, I love fragrance, but if I just got a Tinder message because I wear Viva la Juicy. No, so anyways, this is going to be your ultimate guide to Juicy, and yeah, I'm just going to go through it. I'll tell you about how I kind of came to get them. I think there are ways of buying it that I wish I had known about, so I'll tell you that. But yeah, I have my computer here. I can read the notes, so if you see me looking to the side, that's all it is. But yeah, let's just get started. So I'll just give you an overview. So this is all my Viva la Juicy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full-size bottles of it. Oh, and you know what? Uno momento. So what happened was I used this one up, and this is actually just a 50 milliliter, but I'll get to this one. That's one of the later releases. So yeah, okay, so Viva la Juicy, how did I come into it? Well, I feel like everyone has a girlfriend who wears this at some point. I had a girlfriend I used to work with, and I remember she had a big bottle of it, and she'd spray it every time we went out, and it smelled so good. And then finally she had to buy another bottle of it, and I was like, girl, if you've gone through perfumes like that, it must be amazing. And it really is. So this is the original Viva la Juicy. It's in this beautiful clear bottle. It's got the emblem there, 2 charms, a J and a Couture, and then a little pink bow. And this one was released in 2008, pardon me. So yeah, and how I came to make sure that I liked this was I remember there was a mini one at like Marshall's, and I bought that, and I went through it and I was like, okay, you need the big one, right? So I got this probably last year. Oh, it's just iconic. So the top notes in this one are mandarin orange, wild berries, middle notes of honeysuckle, gardenia, and jasmine, and then base notes of amber, caramel, sandalwood, praline, and vanilla. So it's just very gourmand. But what I like about it is it's sweet, like definitely sweet, but there is something fresh that like holds it down. I think that's probably the gardenia and the jasmine that really pulls you back from the sweetness. So when you wear this and you're walking by, you initially get the sweet, but you get like the lingering floral, and that's what I think makes it so popular and everybody loves it. And it is so long lasting. Like, you'll spray this, and like I'll spray it on, I find that a good indicator of perfume strength is when I can smell it on my jacket, because you know, you put it on your wrist and it kind of you know, comes in contact with your jacket. So I find that this one always lasts, and I really enjoy it. So if you're not sure where to start, definitely the original is the way to go. I think it's beautiful. And then it looks like the second one that came out, and this sounds about right, would be the Viva la Juicy Le Fleur. Now personally, I am a floral girl. Like, I love daisy. I'm really learning to love tuberose and gardenia. So this is really cute. You can see it's got the same charms as the original, pink bow, except this is like a tulle fabric, kind of, if that's the right term. And this one is unique because it comes in 75 milliliters, not 100. And I believe the smaller one is 35, if I'm not wrong, or 45. And this one, very, very similar to the original, but as the name suggests, it's just way more, the floral notes are more, you can smell them better. So this one has top notes of mandarin orange, red berries, and water lily, which gives it that lightness, I feel like. Middle notes, the exact same as the original, so that's honeysuckle, gardenia, and jasmine. And then vanilla, caramel, and sandalwood for the base notes. So if you feel like the original might be too strong, this is probably the way to go. And it's like somewhat of a smaller bottle, so if you feel like you want to make sure you really like it, I would definitely go with this one. The lasting power is not as great. Is this an eau de toilette? Yeah, this is an eau de toilette. I believe this one's an eau de parfum. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all eau de parfum except for this one, so that could explain maybe the smaller size. But this one I found at Marshall's and I've seen it since, so I would definitely pick this up if you're a collector or you want to try Juicy. And then I believe the next one in the collection, I think it was Viva la Juicy Noir, and that's this one here. So this bottle is a little more simple, and I say that kind of lightly because obviously you've got this great pink bottle, you've got the pink emblem, which I like, and then the black bow. There's no kind of charms on this, but you've always got this crystal top. This fragrance I actually bought on Amazon, and I needed it. Like, I smelled it once in store and I was like, this is amazing. Like, oh, it just smells, it's just so much more like, it's like all the good berries of the original, and so it's more, yeah, like berry notes. So this one, let me read them off to be sure, is so top notes, wild berries, mandarin orange, very similar to the original. Middle, gardenia, honeysuckle, jasmine, the same. So you've got that kind of DNA that you know is Viva la Juicy. And then amber, caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood. So really, kind of very similar to the original except for the berries. So it's just so, it's kind of sweet, but without the sugar kind of thing. Like, it's just a nice fresh berry. And it's just, oh, it lasts a long time too. This one is a good, lasts long. And yeah, this one I think is kind of a little stronger compared to the original. So if you're kind of like, you're not for gourmand, you're not for sweet, I would maybe pass on this one, but as part of the collection overall, it's wonderful and I love it. So yeah, that was great. And Amazon, I think it was $60, and from, like, I know people are kind of controversial about buying on Amazon and eBay, but I've always had good luck and authenticity, so we're good. And then I believe the next one in the collection that was released was the Viva la Juicy Gold Couture. Now you can see this one is labeled as my date perfume, and I will say that usually sticks. I'll get to one of the Viva la Juicy's I used up. But I always joke, like, basically, if I'm wearing this one in front of you, I probably love you, because this one is really great. And this is like when you really want to wow someone, you wear Viva la Juicy. Like, not to sound like goofy, but I feel like dudes go crazy for Viva la Juicy. Like, my best friend, like, I always wear it around. Usually it's not like wear it for them, but like I'll go somewhere and go meet my friends later or something, and they'll be like, Sydney, you smell so good. And yeah, that's what it is. It's Viva la Juicy. So I'm sure you guys know this one is infamous with Jeremy Fragrance, and we've got like this gold bottle, the emblem, but then you've got this pink couture going over it, and then a black bow. So again, no charms on this one. This one I actually got really lucky with. I found a box set at Marshall's for $50. This whole bottle, and I almost lost my mind. I was like, really? I need this. I got this one before the original. And I actually remember when this came out, I worked at a drugstore, and me and the girls, like, we'd always go over and spray this. It smelled so good. So yeah, the notes on this one are top notes of wild berries, so it's very sweet. Middle, jasmine, sambac, and honeysuckle, so no gardenia in this one. And then sandalwood, amber, caramel, vanilla, which I believe is the same as the original. And as everyone says, this is almost just a more caramel version of the original. You can barely detect that floral that I like so much in the original that really dries down and lingers. So this one is just like very sweet all at once. It has decent lasting power. I definitely take a spray with me though if I really want to make sure this is smelled on me. Then that sounds weird, but you know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure your perfume actually, like, you know, like people can smell it. This one, yeah, and what's kind of annoying about both this one and the Noir bottles is that you can't see through them, so that's annoying. So I'm probably like a fair amount away through this, like I'd probably 2/3 probably. But yeah, this one is very sweet. If you're into sweet, this is one to go with. And then I believe this next release was Viva la Juicy Rosé, and this one holds a place in my heart, you guys. Like, let me find the notes here. Okay, I've got some notes here. So this one is available in 2015, so it looks like leading up from the Noir, they've released one every year. This one I actually bought used on this site in Canada called Let Go, and I did feature this in my haul, so you've probably, if you've watched that, you've seen this before. But this one has notes of orange blossom, pear, what's this, you know in Fragrantica they show you the pictures, jasmine, middle notes of rose, obviously, rose, sambac, and peony, and then base notes of orris, benzoin, and ambroxan. So these ones are obviously very different from what you're generally getting from Viva la Juicy. It's just very, very fresh. You can smell the floral right away. I do like that it has like the orange blossom and the pear, but this one is very floral compared to the others, as to be expected. Even more floral than Floral, I would say, to be honest. I love the bottle. It's like this kind of glittery matte glitter, and then it's got like a pink emblem and then a little champagne charm. So it really does smell like champagne bubbles, you know, that floral and that effervescence, I would say. So this one I really like. This is very like, I feel like this is Viva la Juicy for when you're going out with your girlfriends rather than your dude friends. So yeah, I really like that for this. So I feel like that's a more mature version of Viva la Juicy if you're looking for that. Looks like the next release was Viva la Juicy Sucre. I don't know if it's Sucre or Sucre. I feel like they taught me Sucre, but I've seen a lot of people say Sucre. This one I actually got a really good deal on. Where I worked, the box was damaged, so one of our merchandisers was like, do you want it for $20? And I was like, yes. So this one obviously I've used up. Very rare for me to use up a perfume. It's got this bow, the emblem, little like icing, and then a cupcake liner, which is really cute. And I feel like people always compliment me on this one for sure. This is like taking all the flour out of the original and just really having that sugar. This is like a better pink sugar. Personally, I don't like pink sugar. I think it smells cheap. I'm sorry, but I do. And this is like a better pink sugar. So if you like that pure sweet, then this is the way to go. Not in the way that like this is like a sweet, like a fruity floral sweet, but in like an actual gourmand pink sugar. This is better. And it's got top notes of gardenia, mandarin orange, and red currant, middle notes of orange blossom, jasmine, peach, and almond cream. It does have that creaminess. And then bottom notes of whipped cream, vanilla, sandalwood, and cacao. So yeah, you do, I think that the difference between this and pink sugar is the creaminess that it really holds on to and shows in the fragrance. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one, and I'm sad to have used it up. Probably won't repurchase because I have 100 to go through, but it was great. Alright, and then the next release in the Viva la Juicy line, and one of my personally new additions to the collection, is Viva la Juicy Glacé. Now obviously this bottle is beautiful. It's got this pink fluff, pink bow, a little rose in the middle, so cute. And then the Juicy Couture emblem, which is different on this one. It's got like pink gems around it. It's very cute. And then this kind of, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but like an iridescent bottle. Really cute. And this one, I will say, kind of disappointed with the lasting power. Let me show you the notes. This one is top notes of mandarin orange, cassis, pear, and sorbet. A little different from what they've been doing. Middle of jasmine and orange blossom, and then the final ones, which are the same as the original, amber, vanilla, and sandalwood. Now this one is nice. It is kind of just like an icier, like people always say this, but it's kind of just like an icier version of the original. Like if you were to add, like if you were to put this one in the fridge and it was to somehow affect the scent, that's what this would smell like. However, this one has very poor lasting power, like compared to the others. It is nice, it is fresh, it's more airy and like less committal than the original is. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with it, but it is lovely. If you've tried the original and you're kind of looking for something very similar to it, but like a little different from your signature, this is it. Like, this is a few steps away from the original, I feel like. And yeah, I just love the bottle, so I was a sucker for this one. And this one I actually bought on eBay as a tester, and I actually was kind of worried about it, but I used to work with testers, and that's exactly what they look like. When they come out of like the brown boxes, they're like, it was totally legit. And actually, I remember when I worked, we had this one and I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. We put it on the shelf. It must have been stolen within the hour. Like, someone took this, they were like, that's cute, and took it. So you know what, I don't blame them. This is probably one of the most beautiful bottles by far. But yeah, kind of disappointed with the lasting power on that one. And then finally, the last of my collection is the fairly new Viva la Juicy Soiree. So this one, you can see it's got like this graffiti bottle, the emblem on the middle there. It's got this little charm, so it's like kind of a party streamer, and then it's got like a little mask, which I think is so cute. And this one actually really surprised me. I'm really happy with it. I did the same thing as I did with Glacé. And obviously looks great. And this one has top notes of kiwi, mandarin orange, and cassis, middle of jasmine sambac, jasmine and water lily, and then final notes of musk, amber, and woodsy notes. Now this one does not smell similar to the original. I don't think it should be called a flanker personally. I don't think it smells like the original. But the lasting power is fabulous, and it's just so fruity, but it's done in such a lovely way. Like, I can smell that kiwi, I can smell the orange blossom for sure, or sorry, the mandarin orange, but it's done in a way that is just so not invasive. It's just very nice, fresh, kind of like a clean shampoo smell, you know, like Pantene kind of thing, but with those fruity notes coming through. And the lasting power is great. So I sprayed this probably when I got it yesterday, and it was, I could smell it for hours on me later. Like, it was great. As a Glacé, I can't even smell it now, but I would say this is probably the furthest away from the original, but it still does a great job. If you are more of a fruit person, this is the way to go. So yeah, I would say, like, for example, this is all the great fruity notes of Viva la Juicy taken out, and then this is like the great floral notes taken out. So floral person, you might like this one more fruity, you might like this, but I was very pleasantly surprised by this, and especially the lasting power. Like, it smells like candy, but almost not in a edible way. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so clean, like, you don't want to eat it, but you can appreciate the fruitiness and the loveliness of it. So this was a great one they came out with, and I'm really happy to have it. So obviously the only one I don't have is the new Viva la Juicy Bodacious, and that one I've smelled. It's kind of coconutty, which I do like, but I felt like it didn't last long. So I might either wait for that to go down in price, or I might ask for it for Christmas, I don't know, or my birthday, I don't know. But if they come up with a decent set, I would say I'd probably go for it. But it does smell very different from the original. That one might top this one as the furthest away, because this one at least has that fruity element. I've never smelled coconut, obviously, in Viva la Juicy. But yeah, guys, if you need a signature scent, Viva la Juicy. It's great. It's, yeah, I can't say enough good things about it, and everyone loves it. So you're never going to offend people with this one, and I think it's great for any age. I'm 23 and it works for me, and it's worked for me when I was younger. I'm probably going to be wearing it forever, I don't care. But yeah, that is your complete guide to Viva la Juicy. So if you have any questions, please put them down below. I'll try to get back to you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day. See you soon.